Most obstetricians' offices might as well be decorated out of central casting. Copies of parents and fit pregnancy magazines, pamphlets for cord blood harvesting, and pictures of the babies they've delivered plastered on the walls. Always the baby pictures, many of them from Christmas cards sent by grateful parents. I haven't always been a big Christmas card sender. Early in my time in DC, I was always at my busiest work-wise around Christmas. After that, I didn't feel much interest in sending them out. By the time I wanted to, when I was 1, 2, and then 3 deep in miscarriages, I couldn't bring myself to send out a card that was missing a baby. The 3rd miscarriage had the worst timing. Right at the start of December, just as the happy photo cards of my cousins and friends' kids started to fill our mailbox. I had to put those cards aside in place of the issues of Us Weekly and Runner's World that they arrived with. I left my first OB practice after the nurse told me to just go ahead, try again after that loss. I found warmth and solace in the office of my wonderful specialist, and I was thrilled when his waiting room had stacks of travel and news magazines in place of highlights and Working Mother. But there were so many Christmas cards there that the walls might as well have been papered with them. Seeing all those babies still stung a little, but then and there, I got it. Those cards were sent by parents who had walked those same hallways and endured those same exam rooms with the same fear that we had, that they'd never get the chance to send the glossy 4x8 photo card of a grinning infant wearing a Santa hat or tucked inside a stocking. When I got pregnant again, my new doctor ordered weekly ultrasounds to monitor my progress. Each week, I'd go in, lay on the exam table, and look up at that corkboard on the wall filled with Christmas cards, waiting and praying that the screen would show the flashing blip of a heartbeat. And every week, it did. Once I'd had several good scans, Dr. Sachs, our specialist, released us to the care of my new obstetrician. He sent us on our way with happy shorthand. I think there's a 90% chance that you'll have a Christmas card this year. I didn't repeat that line to anyone. It held such hope and promise, but fear just kept me from saying it again. We'd made it this far before. We'd seen heartbeats. We'd framed early ultrasound pictures. And we'd agreed back then that this would be our last try, the last time we thought we could brave the pregnancy roller coaster. What if we got cut off at the knees again? The what ifs were all I could think about in those early weeks. But with that Christmas card line, Dr. Sachs was giving us hope. My heart so wanted to trust him, but my head, filled with the reminders of the years of physical hurt and emotional heartache, didn't know if I could. And even now, tears spring to my eyes when I think of that conversation. They're tears of empathy for myself, remembering back to the fear that gripped me. And they're tears of such relief and happiness that we were finally on the right side of Dr. Sachs's odds. He's now on our Christmas card list, and our son Teddy's picture is one of those babies lining his walls. And I'm already thinking about the card that we'll send him this year with 2 babies on it, Teddy and his little sister.